That's just logic. I like to get high before I go to church, and it's not a shock joke, it's really more of a fact. And I want all of you tonight to seriously smoke a joint and go to church. It is fucking awesome. Those stained glass windows are the shit. You know, like the saying, oh, we catch it, everything. You know, what more do you need to know? Nothing, little boy. He loves my material. He loves my set. You know, and you always have that one woman who gives you crack, you know, because I have these bloodshot eyes while I'm receiving the word of the Lord, you know. And I was like, what are you giving me crack for, man? I'm here, right? I can be stoned at home. The only difference between you and me is that I'll be giggling every now and again. Most of you mention Jesus. You got a lot of Hispanics in the country these days, and everybody's like, oh, what are we going to do with all the Mexicans? How are we going to integrate them in with the rednecks? And you don't have to do anything, you know? You just have to sit back and let nature take its course. You know, because you know eventually the white people and the Mexicans are going to start screwing, you know? And then after a while, you know, you won't even, after like a generation, you won't even be able to tell them apart. You know, it'll be like having a bunch of Ricky Martin-looking cats with like a mullet and a Confederate flag t-shirt. If they haven't done it already, you know, Budweiser and, you know, NASCAR will start sponsoring Cinco de Mayo. Oh, shit. The race will be won by the number 69 Corona car. By Skeeter Gonzalez. I don't know, like, I was told 5 minutes, right? Do I have time or do I have to? I got time? All right. I'll go with the easy ones. I really hate it when I'm in sex shops, because I'm often in sex shops, you know, and you got one of those dildos hanging from the wall, it's like 6 feet long, it's a tree trunk, you know. Women are always like, oh, is your penis that big? And I say, no, is your vagina really that fat and sloppy that you get it? That's not my fault. And I don't want to have sex with you. I did the joke wrong. I switched it around. You know, I got one of those like, what can a man do for me that a dildo can't? I don't know. Can a dildo tell you to shut the hell up and go get him a beer? No. See, that was the first part. So, anybody like Spider-Man? You like Spider-Man? Good. Spider-Man sucks. I'm going to tell you why. Enough of that. No, because like Spider-Man looks like a badass in New York, you know, swinging from building to building. What if you have to chase the Green Goblin out of New York? What are you going to swing on? Like trees and 2-story buildings and shit like that? Like being like a small town with one tall building, just going to go around that thing like a tether ball. This will not help your crime fighting. I want to hurry up because I want to do some haikus for Rednecks poetry. So I'll do this real quick and I'll be done. It's called Haikus for Rednecks. Haikus for Rednecks. It's Richmond now. Where is my pork at? Where is my fried chicken at? My left arm tingles. My wife's bitching makes my vengeful hand move swiftly. Her black eye grows large.
Shit.
I'll just do one more. Jesus loves me, oh, for the Bible tells me so, but not good people. All right, thank you very much, guys. Woo!
Hilarious. Y'all ready to keep it moving? Say word. Word. Show some love for Tom.
Alright, I got a haiku to follow on that just as a transition. Dear Kansas, I can prove evolution is real. Monkeys masturbate.
Oh, wow.
I went to a poetry open mic the other night and everyone on the list was a zombie. Not working stiffs with passion deficiencies, real freaking zombies, rotting corpses, shuffling to the stage, taking forever to adjust the microphone, groaning stanzas flat as their heartbeats. One after another, they read odes to exposed brains, impassioned pleas for a right to jaywalk and file for disability so they can walk the earth on a quest for gray matter to sink their teeth into. The funny zombie poet wrote about escalators being out of order since the apocalypse and how the living squirm so much when they're caught. I'm serious, he monotoned over dusty laughter. If they're too stupid not to run or even try a head fake, they deserve to become one of us. The emo zombie poet detached his scalp so his mousy hair fell over his skull face. His pile of metaphors was a mass grave of intertwined limbs handcuffed together by similes like his long-gone eyebrows washed away during his last blood cry. All night, the pop culture references were lost on me. I don't have a faceless book account or even internet access, but somehow they do. And they text things like, "Great crowd last night, hope to bump into you again real soon." They still have professional sports if you consider an overgrown baseball field with both benches cleared and players standing around groaning. Sports. The zombies elected a president named... But they're not happy with him, and it's reflected in their stanzas. Preferential treatment for those with skin while the bony go hungry forever again. Populated outposts where they can feed. Their skulls treated like a different breed. So much passion from the Walking Dead. Frustrated with poor housing and the policies of President... The zombies not only shared, they respected the mic. They sat quietly in their seats or loomed in the back. They listened to every syllable intently, as though they still had a life and it depended on it. The ones with skin, snapping appreciation, the skeletals just tapping their exposed digits together. Except for the smell, it was probably the best night of my life since the apocalypse. I almost left inspired. But after my time on the mic, they found me out and devoured me right on the stage. And that won't stop me from going back, just as soon as I learn to write poetry without a brain.
Real mad the president's name. Y'all ready to keep this moving? Say word. Word. Show a whole lot of love. He comes through all the time for Joshua.
Disappointed. I thought I had resolved my fears. My fear that Shorty Girl wasn't feeling me. Thought her assurance was sincere. And maybe it was, but still haven't received any contact. No attempt by her has been made back to me, and now I don't know whether or not to believe the things she told me. It's cool for getting off point. Sometimes I write about things that anger me or things that make me happy. But neither today. See,